Welcome to Quiz Time. I'm your quiz master, Sean, and I've got 100 questions for you, general knowledge. So strap in your brains, relax, and let's see what we remember and know, shall we? Let's begin with question number 1. The oldest and deepest lake in the world is Lake Titicaca, Lake Malawi, or is it Lake Baikal? The oldest and deepest lake in the world is Lake Baikal. Which city serves as the capital of Colorado? Is it Denver? Is it Colorado Springs? Or is it Boulder? The capital of Colorado is Denver. In which African country can you find the ancient rock-hewn churches of Lalibela? Is it Egypt? Is it in Ethiopia? Or is it in Kenya? It's in Ethiopia. Which metric prefix represents 1/10? Is it the millisomething, the centisomething, or is it a deci-something? 1/10 is a deci-something, decimeter. What is the name of the holiday celebrated on February 23rd in Russia? International Women's Day, Men's Day, or Defender of the Fatherland Day, or is it Labor Day? It is Men's Day, Defender of the Fatherland Day. The wall erected in Germany during the 1960s separated which city into east and west sections? Was that Vienna? Was it Warsaw? Or was it Berlin? It was Berlin, west and east. Now to multiple choice. The Great Wall of China stretches across multiple provinces, but which city is most associated with it? And the city most associated with the Wall of China is Beijing. In which African region is Swahili commonly spoken? East Africa, West Africa, or North Africa? Swahili is commonly spoken in East Africa. Which dictator ruled Spain from 1939 to 1975 and established a fascist regime? Miguel Primo de Rivera, Juan Carlos I, or Francisco Franco? It is Francisco Franco. What is the currency of Egypt? Is it the Egyptian pound? Is it the Egyptian dollar? Or is it the Egyptian taka? The currency of Egypt is the Egyptian pound. Who is the current president of China as of January 2024? Jiang Zemin, Xi Jinping, or Hu Jintao? As of January 2024, Xi Jinping. Who sang the popular 1967 hit song, Purple Haze? Was that Jimi Hendrix? Was it Janis Joplin? Or was it Bob Dylan? The hit song, Purple Haze, was sung by Jimi Hendrix. What is the name of the condition that results in the formation of abnormal blood clots in blood vessels? Hemophilia, thrombocytopenia, or thrombosis? That condition is thrombosis. What chemical reaction is responsible for the souring of milk when left at room temperature for too long? Is it polymerization, hydrolysis, or is that the process of fermentation? That is the process of fermentation. Who is often considered the father of modern drama and wrote famous plays like A Doll's House and Hedda Gabler? Anton Chekhov, Henrik Ibsen, or William Shakespeare? That would be Henrik Ibsen. Not a multiple choice. Which of the 10 commandments in the Bible instructs, honor your father and mother? That would be the 5th commandment. Which cocktail is made by muddling sugar with bitters, adding whiskey, and garnishing with a twist of citrus peel? Moscow Mule, Mai Tai, or an old-fashioned? That would be an old-fashioned. What is the title of the Disney animated film that popularized the story of Snow White? Snow White and the Huntsman, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or Snow White, A Tale of Terror? It's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. What is a psychological term for the tendency to attribute our success to internal factors and our failures to external factors? Confirmation bias, self-serving bias, or fundamental attribution error? It is self-serving bias. In medieval medicine, what term was commonly used to describe an imbalance of bodily fluids? Humorism, vitalism, or alchemy? That would be humorism. How many cards are there in a standard deck of playing cards, excluding jokers? 48, 52, or are there 54 in a standard deck of playing cards? There are 52 cards in a standard deck. If someone is described as gregarious, it means they are outgoing and sociable, shy and introverted, or reserved and serious. If they're gregarious, they're outgoing and sociable. The nucleus of an atom is primarily made up of neutrons and electrons, protons and neutrons, or positrons and neutrons. The nucleus of an atom: protons and neutrons. Not a multiple choice. Which mountain range stretches across the western part of South America? That would be the Andes. What was Elvis Presley's middle name? Was it Aaron? Was it Wayne? Or was he Joseph? His name was Elvis Aaron Presley. What is a name for the traditional Japanese embroidery technique that often depicts scenes from nature or folklore? Kantha? Or is it called sashiko? Or is it called batik? It is sashiko. Which magazine is famous for its annual Person of the Year feature? Is that Sports Illustrated? Is it Forbes? Or is it Time magazine? It is Time magazine. Who is credited with performing the first successful appendectomy in 1735? Was that William Halsted? Was it Dr. Claudius Amyand? Or is it Robert Liston? It is Dr. Claudius Amyand. What is the largest three-digit prime number? 997, 998, or is it 999? Which one's is a three-digit prime number? It is 997. Who served as Hitler's deputy Führer and was responsible for party administration and control? Joseph Goebbels, Heinrich Himmler, or was it Rudolf Hess? It was Rudolf Hess. Which area of the dartboard is worth the most points per segment? The outer ring, doubles, the treble ring, or the inner bullseye? It is the inner bullseye. What type of 1980s shoes were worn for the bright neon colors and often worn with leg warmers? Jelly shoes, ballet flats, or penny loafers? Those were jelly shoes. What berry is famous for its antioxidant-rich properties and deep purple color? Lingonberry, goji berry, or acai berry? It is acai berry. Which type of Chinese bread is known for its soft, fluffy texture and is often filled with meats or sweet fillings? Boozy, scallion pancakes, or wonton? That would be boozy. Not a multiple choice. Instagram is primarily focused on sharing what type of content? Instagram. When you look at Instagram, you are seeing photos and images. What is the primary reason for the black and white coloration of male ostriches? To attract mates, to regulate body temperature, or to intimidate predators? It's primarily to attract mates. Which country is located in the South Pacific Ocean and is known for its unique jade carvings? Tuvalu, Fiji, or is it New Zealand? Jade carvings. New Zealand. What type of cake is typically layered with fruit and whipped cream and associated with Germany? Is that cheesecake? Is it Black Forest cake? Or is it red velvet cake? It's Black Forest cake. Not a multiple choice. What symbol, often used in mathematics, represents the concept of greater than? It is that, or from your angle, that. What is the largest and lowest pitched member of the violin family? The violin, the viola, or the double bass? It is the double bass. What is the name of the mischievous fairy king in A Midsummer Night's Dream? Oberon, Titania, or is that Mercutio? That would be Oberon. In the world of manga and anime, what does the term shonen refer to? Manga series for young girls, manga series for young boys, or horror manga? Shonen refers to manga series for young boys. Who was the first pharaoh of ancient Egypt and is often regarded as the founder of the first dynasty? Tutankhamun, Ramses II, or Narmer, Menes? It is Narmer or Menes. In the Twilight series by Stephanie Meyer, who is the human girl who falls in love with a vampire named Edward Cullen? Alice Cullen, Rosalie Hale, or Bella Swan? That would be Bella Swan. Not a multiple choice. Who wrote the original novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz? And that was authored by L. Frank Baum. Not a multiple choice. The headmaster of Hogwarts for most of the Harry Potter series was Professor Albus Dumbledore. Who played the iconic role of Holly Golightly in the 1961 film Breakfast at Tiffany's? Was it Audrey Hepburn? Was it Marilyn Monroe? Or was that Grace Kelly? That was Audrey Hepburn. Lake Titicaca, located in South America, is the highest navigable lake in the world. In which two countries is it situated? Argentina and Chile, Peru and Bolivia, or Brazil and Colombia? It is Peru and Bolivia. What is the capital of Nevada? Is it Reno? Is it Las Vegas? Or is it Carson City? The capital of Nevada is Carson City. What is said as a traditional greeting in Japan, often accompanied by a bow to show respect? Konnichiwa, Namaste, or Hola? It is Konnichiwa. What is the traditional dance of Hawaii, often accompanied by the ukulele and steel guitar? Salsa, flamenco, or hula? Then that would be hula. What is the traditional garment worn by men in Saudi Arabia and many other Middle Eastern countries? The thobe, the turban, or the kilt? And that would be the thobe. Thobe, perhaps? In the metric system, what is a symbol for the prefix micro? Is it 1? Is it 2? Or is it 3? Micro. It's that thing. What holiday is celebrated on June 12th in Russia? Is that Victory Day? Is it Independence Day? Or is it Constitution Day? It is Independence Day, or Russia Day. Which city in India is famous for the Taj Mahal, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and symbol of love? New Delhi, Mumbai, or Agra? You'll find that in Agra. The 2016 Summer Olympics were held in which South American city? The first time the Games were hosted on the continent? Buenos Aires, Rio de Janeiro, or Santiago? That would be Rio de Janeiro. The Alamo, the site of a famous battle during the Texas Revolution, is located in which city? San Antonio, Houston, or Dallas? That would be San Antonio. Women were allowed to compete in the Olympics for the first time in which year? Was it 1920? Was it 1900? Or was it 1910? And that would be 1900. The Wolof people are the largest ethnic group in which West African country? Is it Senegal? Is it Mali? Or is it the Ivory Coast? It is Senegal. Not a multiple choice. Who was the president of Iraq from 1979 until his capture in 2003? That would be Saddam Hussein. What is the currency of Turkey? Is it the Turkish ringgit? Is it the Turkish lira? Or is it the Turkish baht? The currency of Turkey is the Turkish lira. Who is the current president of Israel as of January 2024? Is it Reuven Rivlin, Is it Shimon Peres or is it Isaac Herzog? It is Isaac Herzog. Which rock band released the song Black Dog? Was that Led Zeppelin? Was it the Rolling Stones? Or was it released by Pink Floyd? Black Dog. That was released by Led Zeppelin. Which blood disorder is characterized by an excessive increase in the number of red blood cells? Is it leukemia? Is it polycythemia? Or is it hemophilia? That would be polycythemia. What type of chemical reaction occurs when you toast bread, turning it brown and crispy? Is it oxidation? Is it Maillard reaction? Or is it enzymatic browning? And that would be the Maillard reaction. Which Greek philosopher is credited with writing the earliest known work of theater criticism? Was that Socrates? Was it Plato? Or was it Aristotle? And that would be none other than Aristotle. Who is credited with writing most of the Psalms in the Bible? Would that be Solomon? Would it be Moses? Or were they written by David? Most of the Psalms are credited to King David. Which cocktail is made by mixing rum, lime juice, and simple syrup? Is that a daiquiri? Is it a Mai Tai? Or is that a screwdriver? That would be the ingredients for a daiquiri. In the Disney classic Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which dwarf is often portrayed as the leader of the group? Is it Grumpy? Is it Sleepy? Or is it Doc? Doc is portrayed as the leader of the group. Not a multiple choice. Which term describes the tendency for people to perform better when they are aware they are being observed? That would be the Hawthorne effect. What old practice involved drilling a hole in the skull to treat various neurological and psychological disorders? Was that bloodletting? Was that trepanation? Or was that a phlebotomy? That was trepanation. What term describes a situation in bridge where a player has no cards left in a particular suit? Is that a trump? Is it finesse? Or is it a void? That situation is a void. What is the meaning of the word voracious? Satisfied and content? Extremely hungry or eager? Or indifferent and uninterested? Extremely hungry or eager. The word cacophony is often associated with pleasant music, a harmonious choir, or a discordant and noisy mixture of sounds. A cacophony. Well, that's a discordant and noisy mixture of sounds. Which law states that the volume of a gas is directly proportional to the absolute temperature if the pressure and the amount of gas are held constant? Boyle's law, Charles' law, or Gay-Lussac's law? That is Charles' law. Which African country is known as the Rainbow Nation? Is that Kenya? Is it Nigeria? Or is that South Africa? And that is South Africa. Which middle name belongs to the famous physicist Stephen Hawking? Is it Stephen William Hawking, Stephen Michael Hawking, or is it Stephen James Hawking? And it is William, Stephen William Hawking. What is the art of decorating fabric or other materials using a needle and thread called? Is that embellishment? Is it needlepoint? Or is it embroidery? That would be embroidery. What is the world's oldest surviving magazine in the English language? Is it Time magazine? Is it Vogue? Or is it The Spectator? The oldest surviving magazine in the English language is The Spectator. Who conducted the first successful kidney transplant between identical twins in 1954? Is it Thomas Starzl? Is it Joseph Murray? Or was it Joseph Lister? It was Joseph Murray. What is the Roman numeral for 100? The Roman numeral for 100 is the C. The English C. In darts, what is the highest possible checkout with 3 darts? Is it 100? Is it 120? Or is it 170? It is 170. What is a primary ingredient in the classic British dessert Eton mess? Blueberries? Raspberries? Or is it strawberries? It is strawberries. What traditional Chinese dish involves dipping a variety of ingredients into a communal pot of simmering broth at the table? Hot and sour soup, hot pot, or General Tso's chicken? That would be called hot pot. What is the largest living species of birds in the world? Is it the ostrich? Is it the emu? Or is it the cassowary? The largest is the ostrich. Which social media platform is known for its disappearing photo and video messages? That platform is Snapchat. Which small European country is famous for its banking sector, picturesque Alps, and 4 official languages? Is it Liechtenstein? Is it Andorra? Or is it Monaco? That would be Liechtenstein. What is the key ingredient in a traditional angel food cake that gives it its light and airy texture? Is it butter? Is it sour cream? Or is it egg whites? It is egg whites. Which symbol, shaped like a horizontal figure 8, represents infinity? Is it 1? Is it 2? Or is it 3? It is symbol number 1. Yep, the sideways 8. Which instrument is known for its hauntingly beautiful sound and is often associated with Irish and Scottish music? Is it the accordion? Is it the bagpipes? Or is it the harp? It is the bagpipes. Which character disguises herself as a man and takes on the name Cesario in Twelfth Night? Is it Olivia? Is it Viola? Or is it Maria? It is Viola. Viola. Who was the Mongol leader who founded the Yuan dynasty in China? Kublai Khan, Genghis Khan, or Attila the Hun? And that would be Kublai Khan. Which U.S. state does not border Lake Michigan? Is it Wisconsin? Is it Illinois? Or is it Ohio? Which one does not touch Lake Michigan? Ohio does not border Lake Michigan. The famous statue of Christ the Redeemer overlooks which Brazilian city? Is it Sao Paulo? Is it Rio de Janeiro? Or is it Brasilia? That would overlook Rio de Janeiro. The Palace of Versailles, a symbol of absolute monarchy, is situated near which French city? Marseille, Paris, or Lyon? It is in Paris. Which dictator ruled Haiti from 1957 to 1971 and established a brutal regime? Papa-Doc Duvalier, Jean-Bertrand Aristide, or René Préval? That was Papa-Doc Duvalier. What is the currency of Switzerland? Is it the franc? Is it the euro? Or is it the mark? The currency of Switzerland. In Switzerland, they use the franc. Which fruit is a key ingredient in a traditional mojito? Is it lemon? Is it lime? Or is it an orange? The key ingredient in a mojito is lime. Which subatomic particle carries a positive electric charge? Proton, neutron, or photon? And that would be a proton. And question number 100. The world's largest country by land area is it 1, Russia, 2, China, or 3, the United States? The world's largest country by land area. And that would be Russia. Thank you so much for playing Quiz Time. Drop your score in the comments, please. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and ring that bell icon. This is Quiz Time. We'll see you in the next one.